Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 21 of Fit-Tober, where I challenged myself to just show up and do the bare minimum every day, and I have blown my personal expectations out of the water, but I don't want to get to that part too soon because we'll look at that in 9 more days. But oh my god, y'all, what a great day. I went out and did my first 25-minute walking exercise out in the garden. I realized, I was looking at it and I was like, I think today was supposed to be my last 20-minute day. I think that'll be just fine. I'll allow myself this little bit of like rushing ahead of myself. So it's just one day ahead, but I am so excited to have been able to pull off the 25 minutes. Now, it was a very chill. I followed along with a yes to next workout, and it was great. It was one of the pyramid ones, so it started me off at like 20 seconds per workout, and then 30 seconds per workout, and then 40 seconds per workout, and then we climbed back down the other side of the pyramid for 30 seconds per round, and then 20 seconds per round, and I'm not entirely certain how long the breaks were in between, but that's fine. I'm not super worried about it. It was just so nice to get to watch my chickens scratch, and I've been doing, yesterday I hit my 10K steps like easy, well, not easy, no, I was very sweaty and tired. 10K is still challenging for me. Like, that's a busy day when I get 10K for me. Everybody's different, and one day I'll probably look back and be like, oh my god, I was only getting, 10. That's for future Vaughn. I'm not worried about her. Well, I am. That's why I'm working out. But I'm not super worried about it. Like, I'm worrying about right now, and that's it. So I do have a couple of notes, but also I have my grapefruit and my cottage cheese with some sunflower seeds. I really want to eat whole foods, right? Like this kind, but sometimes I can't be bothered, like, if that makes sense. Like, I know it would probably be cheaper and probably be healthier if I bought a grapefruit and peeled the thing myself, or like cut it in half. Or I've never been good, you guys, at eating grapefruit like out of its rind, like its peel. Like, I'm terrible at it and I hate it. But I love grapefruit, and sometimes, yeah, that's my favorite part. So I'm going to give myself some grace and let myself eat grapefruit out of a plastic bin from the store instead of processing it myself, just because I wanted some grapefruit, and I figured this would probably be a better way than not having it, or eating, like, do they have grapefruit Jolly Ranchers or something? Like, I'm not going to beat myself up over that I do not make my cottage cheese from scratch. I'd love to. I'm not there yet. Like I don't create my own cottage cheese. So there's as soon as, and this is a habit that I recognize in myself after years. I have journaled almost consistently, to varying. Sometimes I'm consistent about it. Sometimes I'll go a few months without journaling, but I've been that way since 2007. I still have journals from all the way back then, just David Attenborough style, observing myself to try to understand what my tendencies are, why I am the way that I am, because a lot of it doesn't make any sense even now. But that's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out, or I won't. But either way, I like journaling. I love it for being able to go back and looking and seeing, now when I'm not in the thick of whatever's going on in my life, to be able to go back and notice the patterns in mindset that I'd either like to cultivate or weed out. And that's probably been the most helpful thing. But I know that it is my tendency to, as soon as things start to feel like my new normal, or like, okay, I feel like I've got this, let's add on something else. And I do not condemn myself for this, because it's who I am. But I should know that this little lemming loves running off cliffs. So I'm going to stop myself from doing too much. And I had written my notes for today, increased complexity doesn't mean it's going to be more effective. I do not need to be nitpicking every little single gram and source of all of my food if the habit, if the foundation, if the bare minimum of just showing up every day, that's what I'm focusing on. If I chase 2 rabbits, I'm not likely to catch either. And my focus, the rabbit I'm chasing this month, is just showing up. Now I'm still taking notes and keeping eyes on where these other rabbits are running, but I am so close to 9 days to my goal of just seeing if I could do it. Could I be consistent for a month? And it's taken changing my life a little bit, like mostly in here, because I haven't been doing my same workload as what I was prior to, like, for those of y'all who used to follow along with our live streams and stuff, or like our dragon prep and these other things. Like, I have done a full workaholic, like this month has basically turned into workaholic rehab, where I color with crayons and coloring books again. Like, I'm refinding those seeds of myself that had sprouted into joy, and then I over-harvested that plant. And sometimes you have to let something reseed so that it can keep regenerating and coming back. And I had just completely depleted myself over the course of 4 or 5 years. Again, I'll give myself a little bit of grace on that one. But I don't need to make things super complicated. I don't need to be, like, it's not even Nom Nom November yet, and I'm in my pantry looking at it being like, there's way too much processed food in here. Girl, calm down. You'll get there. There's not a rush. And in fact, this is the opposite of a race, because I'm not racing to get to my goal weight. I don't want to rush through this, because this might be the most important workout of all, and that is exercising patience. I do not become patient by just saying, oh, I'm patient now. I can't handle waiting. Like, no, I practice patience by being made to wait, by having to be patient. And I think that's something that's going to be really good to get good at being patient. I don't have to like it, but if I can learn to, it's going to be a lot more pleasant, because there's a whole lot of things in life that we just, quite frankly, have to be patient for. And learning how to be patient with myself with kindness in my inner tone, like in the inner tone of my monologue, oh my God, it changes everything. Like, the power of, like, changing the perception of our own reality is so cool, because we're the ones writing our stories, you guys. All the years of journaling, all of this, there's stuff about my life that is gone to me until I go back and read how I wrote it in my journal and be like, oh my God, yeah, and I remember that dinner. I remember that conversation. I remember that day, And so the way that the dialogue that I'm writing down is literally how I'm going to be remembering it in the future. And I always try to be honest with myself, even the worst ugliness that's been in me, the cruelest words, I've written them down so that I can go back and know how it really was for myself, because I know that my memory of now will be, fuzzy and blurry and distorted in ways. And so I'm really excited to be weeding my mental garden and making sure that the plants that are growing there, the thoughts that are growing there, are what I want to be sowing in another 5 years. So that's that inner, like, shadow work. Some things need pulled up and composted. Some things need just burnt, and some things need watered and nurtured and cared for. And I feel like showing up has been, like, the best external way of manifesting that inner work that I've been doing for years at this point. Keep it simple. This is more advice that I'm trying to give myself as I'm, like, because I had a moment of, like, I had a peaceful day today. I'm still having a peaceful day, but I just went outside and just walked in place, followed along with this for 25 minutes and enjoyed the intensely blue sky, not a cloud in it. My chicken scratching around. The blue jay was up in the neighbor's tree, just hollering with like something in his mouth. I don't know, but that was fun to watch. The wind blowing with the leaves coming down. I don't even think it works, but I like the way it smells. It's like this citronella mosquito repellent incense. This just is nice. And then I had the citronella tiki torch going, and I was just, and then when I was done, I laid in the hammock and just chilled. It was so cool. And I've just realized this exact moment that I've forgotten to do the Train with Joan segment of my workout. That's okay. I'll do it and it'll be put in. In with or I guess it's on this side. I don't know. I don't even know. Keeping it simple. 10,000 steps, 2,000 calories. Those are what I want to be as far as what's processed and what's not processed and I'm just going to limit it to keep it. The rabbit that I'm chasing is the 10,000 steps, is the 2,000 calories. And that is for moving forward into Nom Nom November, because I'm still just bare minimum this month. If I wanted to show up tomorrow and just do 10 minutes, that still counts because that was the bare minimum I had set for myself. Also, this thing right here, itches so bad. This is bothering me so much. And then I've got an itchy spot right here. So it's not that I think I'm allergic to my glasses. I don't know what's going on. Whole Foods and walking more. Yeah, okay. That's the gist of it. But I would like to start adding in walking for 5 to 10 minutes after our meals. But all of these are just things that I'm writing down for as I feel ready and able to implement them, I will do that. But for in the meantime, I don't want to race. I don't want to constantly be tweaking and trying to min-max and super efficient, make what I'm doing super duper efficient. I want to make it sustainable. And I know that as we get the baby steps in motion and we get to where this is just, I wake up and I do it, it's my habit now, then I can start making it more efficient. Then I can start maximizing. I had built myself into this prison of productivity is really what I think was going on for me, is that all of my priorities were, and I'm not going to say in the wrong spot, because my husband and I had financial goals and we laid out a path and we freaking did it. And it was awesome. And that was amazing. And so I don't regret having been where we've been. But I am ready. And I'm so glad that we have shifted gears. Because it's we have been workaholics hard for about 4 or 5 years at least, to the point where we were just getting done what we needed done, and we got there. And then if we'd kept going past this point, we'd have overstayed our welcome in workaholic land, and it would have started to be extremely detrimental to not just our personal lives and friendships and stuff, but to our health. And so I feel took that baby step right whenever I needed to, and my husband and I are back on track and doing what we need to be doing to get to where we want to go. And I know that we can do it, and I appreciate y'all being here hanging out with us. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments, how your day's going. Even if you're watching this in the future, I still want to hear from you. It doesn't have to be during Fit-Tober of 2024. It can be wherever you are in time and space. I hope you're doing well, and I will see y'all tomorrow or in our next video for day 22. Is it really? Yes, tomorrow's gonna be day 22 of Fit-Tober. We will see you guys there, and until then, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.